Laptop's being a bit silly. I think we're back.
Yep, see you. I hear you.
I think we're back. I'm going to close everything down. I'm going to shut everything down. We're good. Okay. Let's post this on here right now.
Thank you for doing that. Appreciate it.
Oh, no worries. Well, some people deserve to be just more the world to see them. And
Thank you. Well, this is part of what I do for you. So, yeah. So,
love
just
that.
so you do your post and that, and thank you. The Thursday before it airs, and I believe it doesn't air till May, but I'll send you the date. The Thursday prior to, we post on a new show every Tuesday. The Thursday
Yeah.
prior to your show, you're going to get, that's why I would like your contact information and your headshot, because my VA will put together a promo package for you. And if you would be kind enough to post it
Yeah, of
on your
course.
end as well. I posted for 4 days across all of my socials. So if you have
Wow.
LinkedIn or whatever socials you have, send it
Yeah.
to me. It will get posted there as well. I'll tag you, and then if you'll like tag me back kind of thing. And this
Yeah.
way we all grow our context together.
Yeah.
Um, is the Thursday prior. So, if you would like, I can tell you exactly when it is. I should have done this prior. Give me one sec.
It's okay.
Or I'll send it to you afterwards, the actual
Okay.
date, because I don't
That's
want to,
cool.
I know it's got to be late there. And thank you for taking the time.
You're good.
So appreciate it. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm excited. Let's rock and roll.
Welcome to the Awakening Potential Show. This is a space where ordinary softens and extraordinary is allowed to emerge. I'm your host, Karen Rudolph, and this show is for visionary leaders who carry a lot, learn a lot, quietly know that there's so much more, more to do, more to remember. So here we talk about awakening, not as a concept, rather as a lived experience and through real stories, embodied wisdom, and conversations that meet life where it actually is. This is where sassy confidence meets classy wisdom and bold, badassy brilliance gets to be expressed without apology. So take a breath, let your shoulders drop, and give yourself permission to be here. So here we are today, and I'm honored to share this space with someone who I met down in Miami, all the way from Australia, right?
Oh, you
Uh,
England, not Australia just yet.
England. Okay, I
Yeah.
think it's right. My apologies. Okay, England,
That's
but
good. I
still,
love it. Love it.
still far away, right? Space with you. I know you've journey reflects a heart of gold first and foremost, and is really reflected in the work you do. My guest, Dale Vincent Hancock, his company, Teacher to Coach, is an international neurodevelopment coach for children and far, he's impacted over 400,000, get that number, 400,000 children worldwide. He's spoken in parliament, on global stages, and he raises confidence and resilience in young, supporting them thrive on the planet because they are the only 20% of our population right now, but 100% of the future. I love that. Welcome to the Awakening Potential Show, Dale. I'm so grateful you're here.
Woo! What an introduction. Karen nailed it. Woo, good. How are you doing today? You okay? You excited?
I am. I'm excited because, meeting you. Well, first off, you were such a gentleman supporting me on stage. I was so grateful. We did our keynote there and my hip accident. It's challenging for me to get up, be there. So you were such a gentleman supporting me, and I will never forget that. And after having a conversation with you and really listening to the impact you're having out there in the world, I'm just so drawn to those kind of individuals. And anyway, I knew that the world needed to hear more about what you're up to because I believe the world needs more people like you out there. So welcome. Hey,
Yeah.
um, curious, I like to go back in time before we get forward. And when you were a kid, what was it that you played with that you loved to play with?
Oh my gosh. Really cool question. I used to love playing with action figures. He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, bit of Lego. I remember actually, my brother used to just play with Lego. He used to build it and just play with Lego, and it was just so. It's really cool actually because he's invested in a lot of Lego sets now, and he's building it together. It's very nostalgic. So yeah, I used to be very interactional, and also, oh gosh, always Karen. Oh, you set me off now. We're going to be talking about this to the end of the podcast. Actually, used to love. going to the forest with my family and getting sticks. Maybe it's a boy thing, I don't know. Getting sticks that look like swords, going home and then getting a piece of string and tying, making a sword, and so I could pretend to be, He-Man, Prince Adam, that sort of thing. So I think, yeah, I was very, very full of action, wanted to be physical. That was my thing.
Love it. Love it. So I'm curious, without giving too much away about your future, what you're doing with children, do you see any correlation between what you did as a child to what you're doing now?
I think I do, Karen, and here's why. Because back then I had to use an awful lot of creativity. Creativity, pretend, and essentially having built, and you know already, having built something from scratch that didn't exist on this planet or in the ether is, in my opinion, quite spiritual.
Absolutely.
Nothing that it's just, I can't, it's a thought. It's a thought. This came from a thought. This pen came from a th it's amazing. And I just think, well,
Absolutely.
why can't I do something like that? Why can't I be the architect of my own life? Why can't I cultivate my own dreams by putting into something into place? And despite what the education system, for its best efforts of trying to suppress me and bring me down, I broke out
Um,
of that and decided to do what I'm doing today. And honestly, I never would have dreamt that I'd be able to use my physicality, my creativity to be and action the things that I've done on this planet so far.
which is so I can really feel your passion all the way across the ocean. And that's what I think that's what really drew me into what you were doing because your passion just speaks volumes. But here you were as a kid playing. So tell me, like the interim, what got you interested, utilizing? I mean, for me, w without a vision, right, we perish. So you've had this imagination, the creativity, and so on and so forth. What was that bridge that got you to where you were and your passion, like supported your passion? And the reason I ask that question is awakening potential, right? As people hear your passion and hear your story, like have that within them. We sit here and say we're not enough or we're not loved, whatever, but yet there's always a way to
Mm.
awakening potential. What was it that sparked your potential to awaken you?
Pain. Pain, I'd probably say exploration. And I love these conversations, Karen, because it almost cascades me back into different points, pinnacle fulcrum points in my life. And when I look back, it all came from pain. So when I was a child, I was to the age of 7, 8, I was so happy, go lucky, playing, that sort of thing. I went to a new school, done, I was being bullied. Two types of bullying. So, and this is the reason why I do what I do today, because I like to think, did I need now when I'm an 8-year-old being bullied? And I am that person that I needed today. And every single time I coach an individual, Karen, I genuinely feel I'm healing part of my 8-year-old self. It's so, it's just full circle. It's beautiful. Pain predominantly. So bullying, two types: the emotional and the physical. The physical, such things like I had to be rugby tackled by the whole rugby team before I was allowed to eat food. I had to stand in dog mess in bare feet before, otherwise I'd be beaten up by the other kids. I was, eat spit burgers, that sort of thing. I was the new kid, so that's what everything did, and that sucked. But to be honest, the worst than that was the emotional bullying. A chap who was my age, very manipulative, very gaslighty, very narcissistic, didn't know what he was doing, but he was an expert at manipulation. Because when I look back now, he was surviving because he didn't have any friends. So he jumped on the new kid, which was me, and did everything he could to keep me close because every single person that drew towards him left him. And I knew that. Not at the time, but now look back, I know it. And he did the best he can to keep hold of me, which was obviously very manipulating and indoctrinating and chaotic, as it were. That stemmed all the way through my whole life. So because we get what we put up with, right, in life, we get what we put up with, thinking, so, it's just part of my life now. I've been struggling like this for the past 2 years, so that's just me. I'm Dale the victim. Dale needs to get bullied. Let's go. And that went into my psychology. And I thought, well, that's going to play that game. And then something switched in me in secondary school where I thought, if I bully him, he's not going to bully me. So I'm going to be bullying him. It just pushed me into the realm of loneliness even further. And it kept on going. It went into my relationships. I was actually a teacher in school, was one of my occupations, and I was bullied by a deputy head, believe it or not. How crazy is that? Another adult in where bullying is rife with children. It's crazy, but that's another pain point for me. So roughly about 12 years ago, I was being bullied by a deputy head. I had a car crash. I lost my job. I found out my partner of 5 years was seeing other men behind my back for the whole relationship. Then had a heart attack. The only woman that I truly trusted in this entire planet was going to leave it. Then forgave the previous partner. She then fell pregnant with somebody else's baby to a married man. I felt like I was the only person that could look after her despite everything. So we had to go through the termination process. I felt like a murderer, and it was I had like a blackness all over. It was just horrendous. I then forgave her again. Shell of man. You know what we put up with. Guess what? I found another man in my house. She kidnapped my little pug, who's just sitting next to me on the floor, just there. Say kidnapped. She just took him. I thought, no, enough's enough. I'm standing up for this right now. And I stormed in there, saw this chap who just so happens to be as big as a building. I didn't know what was going to happen. I explained it's just that you need to get out of the house right now. This is my house. And she's keeping at you. And everything, he just thankfully said, I know the situation. I'm so sorry I shouldn't be here. It's quite nice, actually, despite everything. And left. And at that point, I was just on the couch for months doing nothing, just feeling so low and sorry for myself until two things happened. A friend of mine verbally kicked my butt, and Tony Robbins came onto YouTube, and I felt like he was talking directly to me. And at
Mhm.
that point, I went to the gym. I started to speak to more people, specializing in NLP, CBT, timeline
Yeah.
therapy, talking to me in different, like a new language. And I got sort of the help of their coaches. I went to see their coach. He shone a torch in an area of my brain I never knew existed. It was called confidence. It was there the whole time. And I applied for a TV game show called Cannonball over here in the UK. It was all, I think it's going international now. It was a bit like Total Wipeout. And I had three intentions, Karen. The first one was to have the best time. The second
Okay.
one, second was to speak to a girl because girls freak me out. That's what I went through. The third one was to win because my mum always said to me, I don't care what you do in life, as long as you go into everything wanting to win. Just want to win. Just believe in yourself.
That's beautiful.
Uh,
I want to pause you for 1 second. You're
yeah.
really hitting some key
Mm.
points. You get what we put up with and we get what we tolerate, number one. And then setting intention. I talk about setting intentions all the time. So before you go on, talk a little bit more for the listening audience, the importance of setting an intention.
Well, it's almost like going into a direction. If you go, for example, I land in America and I want to go to Texas, Texas. I've
Florida.
never been. So I want to go to Florida, and I've never, and I land somewhere. I land somewhere. I don't know my way. I can see the signs and stuff, and guess what? That's what we used to do back in the olden days, I guess,
Right.
like my time. And it's almost as if my intention is to go here. How do I get there?
Mhm.
You need to feed the sat nav. The sat nav requires two pieces of information: where you
Yeah,
want to go,
yeah,
and which a lot of people don't tend to recognize, where you are now.
exactly.
And you can really exacerbate the experience by increasing your intention. Well, I want to make it to such a scenic, beautiful route. I just want to get there. Okay, you can go straight there, or a scenic route, mountains and through here and through here. There you go, and it's beautiful. So the importance of intention is absolutely astronomical to live a more purposeful life.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, because I knew you were going to explain it in a brilliant
Yeah.
way. But getting back to, and my apologies for interrupting, but I didn't want to skip over that because that's important. And I believe that everybody should be, I mean, set my intention every single morning when I get up as part of my daily routine. And it's the becoming as who we're expanding to be during the day. So if I get pissed off or angry, I know that I could recreate that joy and peace in my life. But getting back to the shift, you heard Tony Robbins, you're going to the gym, you've learned NLP, your mom says, go for it. Yeah, what next?
And just to finalize on that point, it is one, I had so much fun. Number two, actually, I did meet a girl. Green eyes, beautiful. Did CrossFit, really connected, wonderful. And I won the whole TV game show. Yay! I won the whole thing, which is really cool.
That's
And I think I think it's just I can't. I might need your help with this because I can't describe what happened. I just know for a fact that the producer said to all of us, "Oh, you're going to win," and someone just said, "Oh, you're going to win." So it's a bit arrogant, a bit cocky, isn't it? No, I can't do it. I just know I'm going to win. I know it's going. I know I'm going to win. And at the
that's
end of the day, I did. It was just pure belief, and it was just attraction, manifestation,
manifestation.
whatever you
Yeah,
want to call it. It's I thought, Karen, I've just gone through a journey throughout my whole life, and it's not worse than anyone else's. It's not better than anyone else's. It's not, no, it's just my journey. It's my perfect story, my perfect storm, my perfect journey of I've come here and I had to battle all through this. What if I was to serve children that are either going through something similar or something different, so I can actually kind of going all the way through their life so they can take accountability for their own actions and just be polite in themselves to say no and hold up barriers so they can believe in themselves and walk towards their dream, make more friends, have more confidence, be emotionally resilient, be put phone down and focus on their own dreams and explore and just realize they are all little fireworks that haven't been ignited yet. So my job is to ignite their fireworks so they can go off and just become beautiful, even more than they are now.
Yeah, I love that. So just to bridge that gap, because what I'm hearing in that is you had this incredible experience. You went in, you set your intention, you felt it, right? That's the embodiment work. You felt your win as a result of winning. You and I talked prior to this. I get to the UN and all this other stuff. It's like one thing begets another, and doors open, opportunities show up. As a result of winning, was it in that moment you felt this is what you want to do with children, or what was that? Bridge that gap for me, if you would.
Yeah, so I thought if his name's Bevis, by the way, amazing man. He said to me, he said he helped me shine that torch in every my brain I never knew existed. It was there the whole time. Why can't I do that? In fact, I said, is anyone doing this for children? He said, I'm very well known in this industry right now. I don't know anyone that's doing this for kids, and I don't understand why. And I
Right.
went, I'm going to create it. So then he said that also there was one of the hosts on the TV show. His name's
Mm.
Radzi. He's a cool guy. And he leaned forward to me after I won. He leaned forward to me and said, Dale, this is gonna do this is gonna do wonders for your career. And then move back again. I was just like, oh, okay. He didn't have to say that, but that made me almost like you just said, embody that self. And I just thought, right, I'm going to coach kids one to one. I'm going to create a whole program. I'm going to speak to a group of kids in schools and charity. I'm going to go in schools and speak on school stages. I want to talk to the parliament about this. This needs to be, I've wrote a book about this as well. So I want to make sure that the children, just read this book and just help them. It's the Warrior Path to Success and Happiness they don't teach in school. And I just think that, and I'm dyslexic, and that got to #1 bestseller as far as Hawaii and New Zealand. Amazing. And it's just like,
Love it.
whoa, this is
Right.
crazy. And now what I do is, funny enough, 4 years ago, I had two teacher friends come to me and said, Dad, how do you do? And I'm like, what do you mean? So, well, you used to be a teacher. And I was like, yep. How do you do what you do? And it's funny because these two teachers had the best jobs in my town, PE, head of department in the best school. And I wanted that. Turns out I didn't want that. I wanted my own. And they kind of in the direction of creating an agency for teachers that are fed up and disillusioned by the education system, that are working 55 hours a week but only getting paid 37, that are fed up of society putting them down, spending time raising other people's kids, not their own kids. Say, come here. I'll show you how to create a really successful life coaching business for kids so you can have your time back, so you can earn more and you can impact more kids the way that you want to. So that's what I'm doing today. And I never thought that was possible until I made that shift back then.
Love it. I don't want to skip over this because you're like dropping gold bombs. I love this. Yeah. We got embodiment, which is a lot of the work that I do.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, when you had that feeling, you won and you knew, it was that knowing all of a sudden, right? The intuitive knowing. And where in your body did it come to you, the embodiment? Like where it was just like, this is it, this is what I'm doing, I'm going to be working with kids. Where did you feel that in your body? Do you
It was
remember?
almost like so right center. I can't why, but I was in my head. I'm thinking it should be my heart. It should be that, but it's no. It was right in the middle, and my diaphragm. So a combination of everything, right in the middle. It's like a light went.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for that because your body's always talking. It never
yeah.
lies, right? It's Body Never Lies. Great book. Anyway, but the body totally never lies. And so I'm always curious where you're so like I feel I'm there with you as you're getting this whole experience and reliving it now for us all. And thank you for
Yeah.
that. A question. You were a school teacher. If you could take away two subjects and replace them with two subjects in school, what would they be?
Good question. Great question. What would I take away from school? I think for me personally, I
Mhm.
wouldn't. And here's why. So we've twisted this around a little bit. I would only add to it. And the reason why I would add to it is because I think that the more gets put in front of a young person, the
Mm.
more curiosity builds, the more awareness, and the more purposeful they're going to move towards to their passion. So I would only add two other subjects, which would be in my, sorry, not sorry, but it would be really deeply understanding AI, what's happening now, only because of the research that I've done. Because I think it's really, really so understanding AI and understanding tech and understand this, so people aren't children not getting left behind. And
Right.
the one just here would be a combination of understanding self and passion directive. So it's almost a bit ikigai, your reason for being. So understand. So this is kind of logical, but this is very emotional. So I would have an array of lessons. I would have hundreds of lessons. There's this wonderful boy, we'll say boy 20, Ezekiel. He lives over here in England and he's the seventh biggest YouTuber. He does little videos to help raise awareness about bullying and things. He's very popular right now. School didn't teach him that. School didn't teach him. And this tech section is it's just like how to build a YouTube channel, how to be safe on social media, how to be safe with all of that. That's all encompassing of it. Just hear this. It's absolutely vital. This side is obviously confidence, passion, purpose driven. I think that the more we put it in front of a child, it's almost like playing a game of cards or something. Boring if it was just blue. There's a
Right.
green, there's a yellow, there's a red, there's a blue. A purple and an orange, it'd be more fun. So the more that we put in front of a young person, the more directive they're going to be towards their, and aware they're going to be towards their passion, in my opinion. So I kind of a little bit.
I'm going to trick you back. So, what was the small act that you chose that started building a bridge from ordinary to extraordinary?
The small act. I would think that's a really good question. It's almost as if it was kind of like for me personally, for my family, but also the amount of beautiful people that believed in me. And like this weekend just gone, we had a little social with a bunch of amazing teachers that are part of my program. And we did something called electric shuffleboard. I don't know if you've played it. It's so much fun. It's a bit like curling, but with your hands. It's like cool. It's really awesome. It's fun. Um, and I had so many of those teachers, between 22 all the way through to 60, right? And they were there. And I don't see it this way. I just think and we know we were all the same. I'm not a leader. I'm alongside you. I'm just like holding your hand and we go in this direction. Let's go. But so many of them said, "You must be so proud of yourself." And I went, I go, what for this? Look what you've done. This is amazing. Like, this is out of nowhere. And you've got all these people together making friends that were disillusioned and fed up and with the education. There's one beautiful lady, and I'm going to share her right now. This person here. So
Mm.
this is Priyanka. Priyanka, this is an absolutely asinine story, but happy ending. She unfortunately got diagnosed with cancer. She smashed cancer out of the park. So proud of her. Just beat it up. She jumped on a one-to-one call with me. She said this to me. She said, "So I beat cancer." So, oh, so good. I went back to my school, Karen. The school turned around to her and said, "Oh, well done on beating cancer. So amazing. Well done. Just a quick one. Whilst you've been off, we've been looking at outside agencies to cover your post. We've probably spent about £60,000. How do you propose that you pay us back for that?"
Mm. Mm. Mm.
By the way. And she said, "Oh, you must be joking." So I said, "No, we're quite serious. Don't worry. We'll take out your paycheck. You won't even notice." I said to her, "I'm so glad that's happened to you. And here's why." I heard her husband ruffling in the background as if he was going to come and hunt me down and beat me up. But I said, "I'm so proud. I'm so glad that happened to you because you're going to use your pain to build you, not break you. It happened for you, not to you. And I can see you one day writing a book. And if you do want me to show you, I will be honored and privileged to show you how to do that." Next week, she joined. I did a whole big call with her. And, later, here we are today going through this, and she's been flown out to India and she's helping families around the world. She's absolutely brilliant, and this is a result of her pain. And she's purposeful when she's helping people, families whose parents are going through cancer, they don't know how to deal with it, mums, dads losing their hair, children. What's going on? She's beautiful. How cool is that? And that's my shift just there. Because imagine
Oh,
if I didn't help her, Karen.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've got a responsibility now, and it hits me straight in the heart. I've got a responsibility now, and it's not a responsibility, it's a privilege, it's an honor.
Yes, it is. And I love that because right behind you, you have a sign that says we can be heroes. And you are her hero, right? We have somebody that we're related to that really lifts us when we take that pain and we're able to shift it around. And that I'm going to ask you through your gift is, just speaking to you. But I want to hear what you think your superpower is.
What superpower is?
What do you bring to the world?
Uh, there was a time when I'd probably say confidence. Like I have confidence in people. In fact, an ex-student of mine just won a bodybuilding competition, Karen, pretty big. And
Nice.
I said, this is great, mate, but it's only 10% of your potential. There's so much more. This that you've got is nothing compared to what you're going to get, what you're going to do in the future. And I just said it unapologetically. And then part of me thought, oh my gosh, what if he doesn't see it that way? And he turned around to me, very big guy. I was like, oh no, turned around to me. And I said, you know what we do, I'm definitely going to do that. So I'd probably say for me, confidence, but just recently, I'd probably say, almost and connectivity. So I've connected all these people together and they're going to walk forward and breed their own freedom and they're going to live life on their own terms and they're going to be the architects of their own destiny and they're going to impact kids their own way. They're not going to be shackled by a broken system that's telling them to sit down and only go to the toilet when the bell goes. You're only allowed to eat this food then. No, I'm I'm going to raise my own children and I'm going to have fun with my children. I'm going to connect with the world. And I think that's cultivating their own freedom. So I'd probably say inspiration, freedom, and connectivity. Through connectivity, excuse me.
Beautiful, beautiful. You've over 400,000 children worldwide, not just there, but worldwide. Tell me more about that. Like, how did you do it? Like, what did that look like? It just seems like your dream exploded in that moment. Yeah,
Well, it didn't it was kind of a slow starter because I didn't really know what to do. I didn't know how to run a business.
right.
I didn't know how to get things off the ground, as it were. But for me, it was just a case of literally step by step. It was, I'm going to have a powerful conversation with this parent in the playground, in the shopping mall. Powerful conversation. Then it could lead to me having one-to-one coach session with their child, their son, their daughter, and then another one, and it spreads and spreads. And then I'm working with a group of 10 children. I'm working with 15 children, and then I get invited to do a talk on a school stage, and I'm speaking to 300 children, and then I'm speaking to 1,000 children, and then I get invited to go to Chicago and speak in different schools, each with like 1,000 kids, and then I get to talk in parliaments, and I'm growing on social media, and I'm not counting it doesn't count, but like 3 million views and it's being so kind and lovely and saying thank you. That was a really lovely story. That was a really lovely message. That's shared for free really helped me, whatever it might be. And it's just grown. And Karen, another reason why I want to help coach amazing teachers build their own life coaching consultancy is because if I coach 10, by the way, I've had over 351, but if I coach 10 teachers to coach 10 kids each, I've
Exactly.
technically impacted 100 children and I'm nowhere near them.
Exactly. I
I'm
love
no,
that. That's
so,
actually biblical too. Love that.
oh, thank you. Oh, cool. Okay. I never thought
Yeah.
of it like that, actually.
Yeah. Um, First book of Genesis, right? It just about multiplying. Right?
Yes.
It's a business plan is in there. So you've taken on the road without even being aware of it. So that, right? And I really admire what you're doing. Tell me a little more about, about the children. Is it being well received there? Are you getting any pushbacks from it? Or like and how might we actually support you as well?
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you very much. I would say 80% received positively. The other 20% is a combination of schools that I am being trite and getting teachers out of school, random parents as well, which say you should be doing this. Dale, what if you get all the teachers out of school? Who's going to teach the kids? And like, you realize there's like too many teachers. So how am I going to not going to do that?
Right, exactly,
But
exactly.
thanks anyway. And tend to be a tad confrontational with that. And I say, good. By the way, that's very unlikely, not impossible, but very unlikely.
Yeah.
But I really hope that the education system crumbles. I really do. And here's why. because children do not want to be there. There's certain schools in the US and where there's no sanction for not doing the work, so they don't do the work. So it's a glorified babysitting service. Teachers are being scorned by parents, SLT, which stands for Senior Leadership Team, and by society. So they don't want to be there either. And it's so appalling for them. They're not being supported. So I think there needs to be a massive factory reset. And it's funny that I say the word factory to do with schools, isn't it? Hmm.
Yeah.
Factory reset to stop this education system and revamp it. It should be all about play, exploration, confidence, social skills, critical
Yeah.
skills. We all know the whole purpose of this education system is to create worker bees. It's nothing to do with free thinkers. Kids these days get scorned and put down because they are thinking outside the box or they've got a question.
Exactly.
They get celebrated for just fitting in. Karen, you know that we weren't born to fit in. We're born to stand out. And it really squashes an individual to make them think that
Potential.
that's the best thing to do. And it's not fair. So I
Yeah,
think we need to create a culture of free thinkers.
absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, there's work
100%.
involved.
Yeah.
100%. You know,
Uh,
that's what we need to do. So that I am getting pushback and it's cool and it's okay. And I'll help everybody. I know I can't, but I want to help those teachers that are feeling confident, disillusioned, incredible teachers. I want to help the teachers where the students come up to them over other teachers for life advice and life support that's got nothing to do with the context of the lesson because they're already coaching.
exactly.
You're already coaching right now. So you might as well put your own spin on it, create your own program, put your fees, create your offer. This is how you grow. Gosh, Karen, I've just had somebody in my program be invited on TEDx talk.
Love
She
it.
almost made me, yeah, she almost made me cry because she said, "This is if I didn't join this program, I wouldn't have got here." And I'm like, "No, come on, her name's Jane. Jane, all you said don't know. It's not. It's it's like okay." People be invited to Brains magazine. People that have been invited to podcasts. They're making such a difference on this planet. And it's
Love it.
brilliant. I want to step out the way and I want to let them have it because I could have been selfish, by the way, Karen. And I could have been like, no, all these, I'm going to be a life coach. I want to be number one life coach for kids in the world. No one's going to be, you know what? No, that's so crass and rude. Let me step out the way. Let me give these people the limelight because we could do a whole talk in front of 600 kids. Not every single one of them resonate with me. It's just the way it is. But they might resonate with Alice. They might resonate with Simon. They might resonate with Max. They might resonate with Karen.
Love it. So, just for those who are listening and you want to reach out to Dale, I just want to remind everybody that all of his contact information is going to be in the show notes, along with his link to the book, because that it sounds like it's going to be an important read for many people, not just teachers and for children. But life lesson is what it sounds like. I have not read the book yet, but I am definitely going to get a copy of it. And forgive me, I didn't realize that you had written a book, or we would have definitely. We're going to put in the show notes for sure. So if people want to get in touch with you, go ahead, let them know how and where to do that.
Good question. So I'm very active on Instagram. So it's Vincent Coaching on Instagram. Alternatively, it could be an email, which is dale@dalevincentcoaching.com. Really easy. If people are really struggling and serious, so we're talking like 8 out of 10, then I can share my number in the show notes if that's need, if that's the right thing to do.
And
Show notes, yeah. Or you get me on Dale Hancock on LinkedIn. Or if you're a bit of a whippersnapper, then I'm on TikTok at Dale Coach. The two.
uh, and you have, Dale, you have a gift for the listening audience who anybody who wants to reach out, tell us a little bit about your gift, which the link will be in the show notes as well.
Absolutely. Well, I'm actually thinking of giving two, Karen, actually. So
Ooh.
yeah, if you're an excited teacher that is strongly looking forward to doing this, then I've actually created a gigantic 4-page document of each individual step by step of how to go from classroom all the way to coach. I've also, if you wanted to, this might be a bit overwhelmed, but I'll give it to you anyway. The 18 steps that I took to leave the education system all those years ago. So we've actually just revamped that video. So we're just in the process of editing it right now. So I can send that over to you when that gets done, and you can do as you do with that one. So hopefully it'll be done this
Uh,
week, hopefully
that's
soon.
All right, for sure. I will look forward to definitely that as well and putting it in the show notes. So I always end my conversations. I know you and I can go on for all
Yeah.
day, all night. I love these kind of conversations. They enliven me because it awakens the potential within myself to remind me who I am, let alone the listening audience. So selfishly, it's about us too, because we have to put on our oxygen mask first and foremost. Yeah, I always close with leaving the listeners with a question for you is what is that one pearl of wisdom, something life has taught you, an experience, not a theory, but something that you would like to leave the listening audience with so that they can take away from this conversation?
Okay. I would say ask yourself two questions. Ask your 8-year-old self, you explain my story. Ask your 8-year-old self if this person right now is a role model. Ask your 88-year-old self if you're doing enough. You are enough. I'm talking about the action. You are already enough. Are you doing enough? That's it. And there's a tinsy wincy one for parents, which is parents never ever the opportunity for your child to fail.
Mm.
Never. That is what builds resilience. You're there to
Yeah,
not be their friend.
I love that. That's the kind of wisdom that stays with you. Not because it's loud, rather because it's so true.
Yeah.
Dale, it has been such a pleasure. Thank you for your honesty and your heart and your willingness to share your journey with us. Such a pleasure.
Well, thank you for doing this. I mean, achieving is absolutely astronomical and it's so important. And it's just, such a light for your 8-year-old self.
Yeah,
See you right now and be in tears and just see you as a goddess, which you are.
thank you.
Seriously. I mean, you didn't have to do this. You can retire and sit on the couch all day, Karen. But no, you've got a higher purpose. And for you to be here, I'm privileged and honored to be a part of this. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Yeah, 'cause I really trust that stories like ours, right, are powerful reminders that transformation doesn't happen all at once. It begins the moment we become aware and
Yes.
continues with those brave, bold, assy choices we make along the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You.
listening audience, and thank you, Dale. I really appreciate that. It was received with gratitude. So thank you. For the listening audience, the bridge from ordinary to extraordinary is built with small steps of change and big leaps of faith. You are more than you know. So keep showing up, keep rising, and keep awakening your potential. And if something here struck a chord for you, DM me or reach out to me and write the word bridge, and you're going to get me a response from me. And more importantly, if this conversation in general really spoke to you, reach out to Dale. His information will all be in the show notes, and I'm sure he's going to be more than willing to have that conversation with you as well, because like attracts. Dale, thank you so much. Listening audience, thank you for listening. And I will see you next week for another amazing conversation. Thank you. Thank you.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Wicked. Look at that. That was so cool, Karen. Well done to you. This is epic.
Thank you. This was I get spiritual and I listen and this was download to do this. And I'm
Yeah.
like, but what, this is time and energy and, and it's costing me money. They're like, do because you're awakening the potential of others. So it's about paying it forward. And
Mm.
the book that's coming out next month, my book is called Spiraling Up, Command Your Light. And it's all about embodiment work and manifest towards manifestation. And that was a download for me. And it was like, I'm just living on purpose, doing
Mm.
being guided. And actually, as a result of my book Spiraling Up, I'm being guided to do a children's book, not a children's book, a children's consciousness for them. And I would love to perhaps even partner with you if that's something of interest to you. Because
Well,
Spiraling Up is taking all the pain, all the experiences, good, bad, and ugly. And I've always, since childhood, asked myself, what can I build with this? And instead of spiraling downward with the results, what is possible as we constantly spiral up? It doesn't mean that it's constantly going up. I mean, we're 2 steps back. Okay, but I'm going to keep going and spiraling up. So,
yeah, perfect. I'd love to do that. That sounds absolutely incredible. And I've got plenty of stories, plenty of experience, plenty of techniques as well that we could pop into the book too. Sounds so much fun.
Right. Well, the book is done, so it's not a book, but it's doing a spiraling up, whether it's a course, a book, or something, being
Okay.
guided for children at this point. I'm not created at this moment, but it's something that's in my heart to do because for me, it's all about reminding people who we are. And if we can remind those children sooner than later, it will support them in moving forward and becoming amazing heroes onto the world, you know?
Yeah, just let me know and I'll be there.
Okay, yeah, it's just a brainstorming session. What can we do together to, you support me kind of thing? Because it's all bottom line is really getting it out there. And I will definitely be, I have a lot of teacher friends. I will definitely be
Okay.
sending this podcast to them as well. So,
Oh, beautiful.
yeah, I like
Oh,
connecting people.
yeah, me too. Me too.
Thank you.
Amazing. Well, you have a gorgeous day. Let me know anything that I can do. Obviously, give me the stuff so I can promote it my end, do all that jazz. Like, send me links and things.
Fill
And
out form, all your links and the gift that I sent you and
send me a link on.
on Instagram. Actually, I have you here. Let me send it right on so you'll have it in front of you, front and center. Because as soon as I get it from you, it will go to, let me find where I'm at. Awakening. Hang on one second. Let me get those links, and this way it'll be front and center for you again. You got the link for the calendar, which is here. Copy. This is the link with that you'll put all your socials and it will go into the show notes. So whatever you put on here will be in the show notes.
Okay,
Let me chat, paste. Okay, there you go. It's here in the
gotcha.
chat. Yeah.
Has been loaded. Cool. I'll get that all done and dusted, good lady.
I like ease. Let
Cool.
me just put your name on this. Okay, so I spell it correctly. Yay! It was amazing. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for your time. I'm glad we finally got it together. You are amazing, and what you're doing out there is just, I'd love to see more of you out there in the world.
Yeah, definitely. I do want to be in the US at some point. So bad.
Big kudos. We need it here. My kids went to, I was going through my divorce at the time, and my kids were in high school and grade school. They took away physical education. They took away music. Yeah, took away music. That's what I did. Took away music and the arts because it was too expensive.
That's horrendous. Horrendous. That sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a pocket because I thought it was so important. I gave my kids music lessons when they were 3 years old. We started music lessons and we had horses, so we were still physical activity, but it wasn't the team stuff that's important in school.
Yeah, yeah.
Figure.
But we're
All
here
right.
now. We're gonna smash it and we're gonna impact these kids' lives and we're gonna spiral up. Yeah, yeah. Good one. See you
All
soon, lady.
right. Thank you.
In a
And put
bit.
in your vote for me, please. It goes
Yes.
on
Oh, if
every
you
day.
send me is there a link you can send me?
In
Or
my
bio?
official Karen, you see it all over the place. It's in my
I'll let you know when I've done it.
you could do it every day. I'd be grateful.
All right,
Bye.
have a good one. See you soon. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.